He laughed, loud, sharp, like he'd just won something. "How does it feel to be useless, Dad?" His voice cut through the dinner table, through the clinking glasses and polite laughter. My wife's family froze. Her son leaned back in his chair, chin high, watching me like I was something beneath his shoe. I looked at him, just long enough for him to realize I wasn't reacting. That's what unsettled him, the calm. "It feels great," I said quietly, taking a sip of water. "Because I just stopped paying your fees." His face drained of color. The room went still. My wife's fork hit her plate. "Fees? What fees?" I didn't answer. I didn't have to. I just watched her eyes shift, first to him, then back to me. That flicker of panic. Recognition. And in that moment, I knew there was something I hadn't been told. The silence at that table lasted longer than the dinner itself. No one moved. No one breathed. Later that night, when the guests were gone and the laughter had rotted away, she came to me. "What did you mean by that?" she asked. I said nothing. I wanted to see how far she'd go, whether she'd lie or wait for me to show my hand first. She chose silence too. Smart, calculated, almost like she'd done this before. That's when it started. The small things. Her late texts, her sudden errands, the way she guarded her phone like it contained oxygen. I noticed how her son suddenly wore new shoes, new headphones, things I didn't buy. I didn't accuse her. I didn't raise my voice. I just watched. It's strange how betrayal begins quietly, not with shouting, but with glances that linger a second too long, with laughter that stops when you walk in. That night, I lay awake next to her and realized I didn't know who was breathing beside me. The next week, I opened a new email account. From it, I requested my own financial statements, then her son's school records, private payments, transfers, anonymous deposits from her phone under my name. It wasn't the money, it was the precision. The way she'd made it look like I was providing when she'd been using someone else's wallet, someone else's attention. At work, I called the school, politely, as always. "Could you remind me which account is linked for tuition?" I asked. The pause on the line told me enough. "Oh, Mrs. Turner's, sir." Her name wasn't Turner. I didn't react, just thanked them, hung up, and sat there staring at the word Turner. A man she'd mentioned once, casually, a coworker, someone who helped with her projects. I began keeping track. Messages deleted at 1:43 a.m. Receipts from a cafe across town. Her son's smirk every time he saw me. The house had become a stage, and I, quiet, patient, became the audience. It came on a Wednesday, a manila envelope on my desk. Inside, bank statements, phone logs, photos, her and Turner, lunches, hotel rooms, a private account. Her son's tuition paid from his card. No anger, no disbelief, just a slow, clean silence inside me. It wasn't even heartbreak. It was the sound of something finishing. That night, I placed the envelope on the kitchen counter. She walked in, smiling faintly, holding her phone. "You're home early." I nodded toward it. "That's for you." She frowned, opened it, and her face crumbled in pieces. One photo at a time. The silence between us stretched like glass. Finally, she whispered, "It's not what you think." I smiled. "Then, explain it." She didn't. She couldn't. Her son came in halfway through, saw the papers, and froze. He looked from her to me, and for the first time, he didn't laugh. I walked to the dining room, the same table where it began. I pulled out one envelope and placed it there. His school invoice. "You wanted to know how it feels to be useless?" I said quietly. He looked at me, trembling. "It feels peaceful," I continued, "when you stop paying for someone else's lies." I turned to her. "You can handle it now, both of you." Her voice broke. "You can't just walk away." But I already had. The accounts were closed. The joint card was gone. The car was in my name. The house wasn't. All that was left were their excuses and each other. I left before dawn. The house looked smaller from the outside, like it had been built on lies too light to stand. In the rearview mirror, I saw her standing at the door, arms around her son, both of them silent. I didn't feel hate, only distance. Betrayal changes the way time moves. It slows everything down until you stop reacting entirely, until silence becomes the only language you trust. People think revenge is rage. It isn't, it's clarity. And clarity is quiet. When I think of that night now, the laughter, the arrogance, the moment it all cracked, I don't feel pain. I feel nothing at all. That's how I know I finally won.